Hey, what's up? Welcome back. I hope you guys had a good week. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. My name is Don, and this channel exists to help people who are trying to learn how to program. In this tutorial today, we're going to create a simple application that's going to show us words in Spanish and see those words translated into English. So pretty much it's going to display the Spanish word and then the English definition for that word, and then or the English translation for that word, and then we are going to have a button that allows us to go to the next set of words, things like that. Um, I will go into more detail with this as we build the project. This is a great project for those who are trying to get some more fundamentals down concerning Python and tkinter, and I think you guys will enjoy this. So let's begin. For those of you who do not know, I'm using Visual Studio Code as my code editor. You can download this for free on the internet. Just go to Google and type in Visual Studio Code free download and download it based on the computer that you're using or the software that you're using on your computer. We're going to name this language project. Go into Visual Studio Code, and then we're going to select our folder as our directory where our files will, or a Python file will be in. So you're going to open folder, hit language project, select folder. I'm not going to create a virtual environment for this program since it's pretty simple and small, and I'm not going to be sharing. Um, what is it? It's not like a complex set of code that I'm going to be sharing with anyone. So it's, to me, it's not really that important to create a virtual environment. You can if you want. So what are we going to do? We're going to say Spanish. We'll say Spanish.py, and we're going the .py is for those of you who may not know, it is letting us know that our file is a Python file. It's always good to label your files for your own personal record so you know what it is, or if you're sharing your code with someone else, they know what it is. So I'm going to say import. We're going to import our tkinter, which is our library that allows us to create a graphical user interface. We're going to create a class called Spanish Learning App. I'm going to say define it. I'm going to say self root. And for those of you who do not know what a class is, so a class is a blueprint for creating objects. The best way I can explain what a class is this. Say you have a cell phone, and your cell phone, say you have a Galaxy S21, and that's the class of phone you have. The applications on that phone, the color of that phone, the technology on the phone, the software, the way your keypad's set up, all of that is attributes or features. So we're creating our class, which is our Spanish learning application. And with that class, we're now going to set up attributes for this class, for this program that will be part of the Spanish learning app and just different features of that. So that's pretty much what we're doing. So we're going to say self.root. Whenever you're creating a class, you always, whenever you add new objects, you're always going to do start off with self. Self.root.title, and we're going to say Spanish learning app. Now we're going to create our dictionary of words, our dictionary key value pair. So we're going to say self words. We're going to say actually, no, I'm sorry. We're not creating a dictionary. We're just creating a simple list. My mistake. We're going to say, we're going to start off with our Spanish word. We're going to start off with hola. And we're going to give the English translation for that, which is hello. Then we're going to go with our next one, which is going to be adios. And in English, that is goodbye. We're then going to say, we'll go with por favor. Por favor. That means please. And we're going to say gracias. Thank you. And then we're going to say sí. And we're going to say yes for the English translation of sí. And then we will end it with no, which no in Spanish is translated the same way in English, which is no. So once again, these are just simple words. You can always go in here and add more. The goal of this is just so you guys can get the concept down, and then you can manipulate it how you want to later on. Now that we have that set up, we're now going to create our graphical user interface. We're now going to create the different features for that. So we're going to say self.current underscore word index equals 0. And we're now going to start with our frame. We're going to say, look, self.frame equals tk frame root. EG is background color, and we're going to do cyan. Whenever you're creating in tkinter, you're always going to start off. It's once you get the concepts down, it's pretty like repetitive in the sense that you're always going to start with root. You're always going to give the layout for what you want, and then you're going to pack it. Pack it is pretty much drawing it on the screen or displaying it on the screen. So now that we have our frame set up how we want it, we're not going to pack it. So we're going to say self.frame pack fill equals tk both. Both is all caps. I'm going to say, well, expand equals true. We're now going to create our entry box. So we're going to say entry, self.entry, tk, entry, self.frame. We're going to create a font for this, and we're going to use Helvetica. We're going to say Helvetica 24. Font size 24 pixels. Now we have that set up. We're now going to display it on our screen. So we're going to say self.entry pack pad y equals 20, pad x equals 20. I'm going to say fill equals tk both. Make sure both again is all caps. Expand equals true. Now that we have that set up, our entry box, this is where both of the words are going to be displayed, the Spanish word and then the English word. Now we're going to create our next button, our widget. So we're going to say next, self.next underscore button equals tk button. Make sure that B is capitalized. Self.frame comma text equals x. Then we're going to do the command. Command equals self.show x underscore word. Then we're going to pack it. Self.next underscore button pack, and we're going to give it a pad y of 10. So a quick explanation of what we did. So we're creating our button. By creating our button, we're saying it's going to be in the frame. We're saying the button we wanted to say next on it, and then we want to give the command that when you click that button, when the user clicks that button, it will go to the next set of words. I'm going to say self.show underscore next underscore word. Now that we have that set up, now we're going to create the we're going to define function. So we're going to define our function show next word. Say self. We're going to say if, this is our Boolean statement, pretty much. Remember, if else controls the flow of the program. So if this statement is true, the program will do this, else it will go a different route. So we're saying if self current word, if the current word index equals words, so dot words. Make sure I put that colon there. Let's say Spanish word, comma, English definition equals self dot words. And what else? We'll say self dot words. Oh yeah, self current word index, and then we'll say enter. Then we'll say self entry delete. Okay. And okay, and then we will say self.entry insert. We're creating our F string format, so we're going to say Spanish word. And to say dash English word, English definition. So pretty much what we're doing right here is that we're creating the function that when our next button is pushed, it will delete the previous words and move on to the next set of the Spanish word and the English word. And then we're going to say self dot current word index plus equal 1. So it's going to move on to the next set of words. And then we're going to create our else statement, which is self dot entry delete tk and say self dot entry insert no more words. So if we go through the whole set of words, then and there's no more words, then it will not move on to the next set of the Spanish or English word. It will simply display there are no more words. And now that we have that set up, we're going to create our main loop. This is what makes the program run. So I'm going to say root equals tk. And say app equals Spanish learning app. And I'm going to say root main loop function. And then now we're going to say if underscore main to main loop, or the main, then main. Okay, now that we have that done, let's hit File, Save, and see where we are at, if our program will run. Okay, as you can see, the frame is colored, displayed in the cyan color. We have our entry box. We have our Spanish word hola. We have our English word hello. We hit the next button. We have adios, goodbye. Next button, we have por favor, please. We have gracias, thank you. We have sí, yes. And then we have no, no. And then we have no more words. So once again, you guys can go in this, edit it, manipulate it how you want, change it how you want. This is just so you can get the basic concepts of tkinter and Python down. I thank you guys for watching this word. If I offered any value today to you, I ask you to please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more of my content, share this video, and don't quit on your coding journey. Stay consistent, and you'll get to where you want to be.